Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, yes, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you my picks episode 2. This is, or box number 2, if that's what you want to call it. So, this is the video series where, guys, I show you which comic books are in my live collection, or my live collection, in my actual collection. That's right. So today I have another brand new box. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to jump on here as I don't have any viewers yet. So I don't expect anybody to ever come on because I never know when I'm going to do this. But I'm going to show you guys the books in this box number 2. So hopefully it will be a lot of fun for you. And I'm going to switch to camera view here and see if I can get a good view. Yeah, that won't be too bad. There won't be too much glare. It doesn't look like it. So we have our guest star, Hal Jordan, as he's always watching. We have our first 2 viewers on. One of them is Legend Storm. He says, hello, Mike. How you doing, Legends? Nice to see you and nice to hear from you. Obviously, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Like I said, we're going to be doing our second box today. So the first thing that we're going to come across here too is going to show you the first book. And this first book, I looked at the first book before I pulled it out. I'm like, oh, it's this box. So it's going to be kind of cool. Okay. So the first book that I'm going to show you guys is this flashback X-Men episode or book right here. So it's that flashback X-Men book. It is actually done by Stan Lee, or it's signed by Stan Lee, which is kind of cool. And I got this book from a Wizard promotion back in the day when Wizard magazine was out. So again, that's signed by Stan Lee. You can see that is authenticated, right? And so we get to see that there. So it's to certify that it was signed by him. So this is not a product. So that's kind of cool there, right? So we have that right there. So that's the first one that I'm showing you guys today. All right. The next book I'm going to show you next is X-Men issue 37. That's right, guys. I have a bunch of these. I don't have a bunch of them. I have some that are in good shape when it comes to these older X-Men books. And this one's kind of cool. You get to see Professor X with his freaking head, going to me X-Men or whatever it is. And it says the X-Men on trial for treason against Homo Superior. At one point when I was collecting comics, I was like, oh, I'm going to try to collect old X-Men comics. And so I tried to find some. And again, they're not in the best condition, but they're in okay shape. For older X-Men books, you can see there's some kind of corner stuff on there and things like that. But it's not horrible. So that is issue 7 of X-Men. All right, next book I'm going to show you here in this box number 2 is the X-Men featuring Cyclops and Marvel Girl. That is issue 48. Back in the day when it's 12 cents. What waits within the hive? That's great. Nice noise there. Of course, the whole noise is in my garage, but we get to see that cover there as well. Some classic X-Men stuff. So now you can get the idea of what today's theme is going to be about when it comes to the comics, right? It's going to be X-Men themed. So we have issue 48 of that series. All right. Next, we have the X-Men. This is issue 49. So we have that series too. Who dares defy the Demi-Men? Okay. That's cool. I like the cover. Interesting head pose there by Marvel Girl. Kind of weird. And look at Angel's head or whatnot. That's kind of cool too. But that's issue 49 of the series. Again, I think it's in good condition. It's not any better than that. You can see some of the damage on there as well. When it comes to the cover up top there, you got that discoloring. There's probably something of the pages and whatnot too. But the book it's in decent shape, so that's kind of cool there. So that's the X-Men issue 49. All right, next in the X-Men collection, we have X-Men issue 68. Stop the Sentinels. Fight my X-Men for the sake of the world. So that's kind of cool. It looks like that's Beast right there on the table, and Cyclops is fighting these Sentinels there. And there's a lot going on in that cover. Iceman's using the block and whatnot. So that's kind of cool. The Sentinels, though, they look like they don't look like robots. They almost look like humans, right? So that's quite interesting. It's so awesome. The artwork's progressed over the years, but this book is in pretty decent shape. It's all together. It's no spine roll. There is some, cracking in the spine, no, but it is together. So that's cool. All right. Now I got 5 people watching, so thanks guys for checking out the video midday. Maybe you're on your lunch and you got nothing else better to do or whatnot. Again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm happy to bring this to you. Next in the X-Men collection, we have the X-Men issue 70. And now None Shall Survive. So that's not my favorite cover because you just have all the X-Men just lying on the ground and you got this shadow-like cover sitting there. So that's cool. It says, "You must not reveal the incredible ending to any living soul." So I wound up getting all these different types of X-Men comics at my comic book store that I currently go to throughout the years. They've had multiple issues, and whenever I saw one of these older ones, I picked up one here or there. All right. So the next book we're going to show you here for the X-Men collection is X-Men issue 77. Now this one is in pretty good shape, and I did pay $20 for this one, but this one is good. There you can see the spine here is in pretty good shape as well. I think the covers, the pages are actually still white inside of it, so that was a good pickup to have. Not too much damage around the cover. So I like that cover too. It's the world's strangest teenagers finally meet their match against the super adaptoid. So is that like the old version of like Taskmaster, So that's kind of cool cover there. All right, so next we have for 86 of X-Men as well. So we have that too. So that's kind of cool. The end, the weirdest superhero team of all time. So they're doing battle there. It says humanity has never faced the deadlier disaster than Doomsday. And look at the Blob. He's not even like really the Blob. They're doing battle against the Blob and the Vanisher. The Blob looks so different there. That is hysterical. All right. Next, guys, we're going into issue 60 of the X-Men. And I guess I didn't put it away in order good enough. But in the shadow of Sauron, he's like the pterodactyl dude, mutant or whatnot. So that's a quite interesting cover too. Another older X-Men book, so that's kind of cool. Again, this one's a little worn, some yellowing of the pages and whatnot. But again, cool books to have in your collection here. So I like that one. All right, next is issue 89 of the X-Men here. So we have that there. Marvel Girl's like dead. She's just dead. And the other 3 are doing battle. And Angel, he's not even there. He's just here, but he's not anywhere else on the cover. And they're doing battle against the Subhuman. So that's kind of cool. So classic, So I have that book. So issue 89. I paid $8 for that one. All right, here's another one that's in really good condition. It's probably maybe just as good condition as, if not better, than this one I showed a few issues ago. This is issue 91. This one is really good. I love the cover here. This is awesome. X-Men versus the power of Magneto. Magneto looks like he's some gigantic monster. And it's like they're not even the size of him, It's so funny here. But at least this time you got all our heroes represented on the cover. But it's a beautiful looking cover. And it's crazy, though, the madman looking face on Magneto back then. So that's pretty neat there. So I got 12 people watching. Thanks, guys, for checking this video out. Says, Shabazz, yo, Mike, thanks for sharing. Should I share my collection? I don't know. Did you? So I appreciate you guys checking it out. If you guys have not, given this video a thumbs up, go ahead and, share it with others. Let it know it exists. All right. Another X-Men oldie, issue 87. So we have that one as well. So that's pretty cool. Cyclops front and center, and you got the others behind him. So that's cool. So why are these so out of order though? It's like frustrates me, right? Yeah, who knows? Anyway, who cares? All right, next we have issue 93. All right, there we have Cyclops and Quicksilver on the cover when mutants clash. So that's pretty cool. That's in decent shape too. And here it is. The book you guys have all been waiting for when it comes to the end Holy Grails. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Bam! Right there. X-Men issue 100. Yes, it actually exists in my comic collection. But this book is like I paid $1 for it. This book is in the worst shape. You can see like the tears all in there, and you have this right there, and it's all messed all over here. I think when I bought it, the staples weren't even in it. So I actually stapled cover myself so it would come back together. Yeah, it's just in really bad shape, but I actually own an issue 100 of X-Men. I love that cover. It's so awesome though. I love that I have this book, even though I won't be able to find it anywhere else. It's awesome. All right. So now we go up a little bit for some of these issues, and we go to issue 123 of Uncanny X-Men. So we have Arcade's Murder World. So they're like in a pinball machine, and of course, it guest stars your boy, the Amazing Spider-Man. So that's kind of cool there. All right. And next, we have some important issues now that start to come up here with Uncanny X-Men. This is issue 134 of this series. So we have that, Heroes and Hellfire. So that's a nice, I love the Dark Phoenix like cover there. That's pretty awesome. So really nice stuff here. And then we have this one, obviously, the special double size, issue 137. So that's in the collection as well. Love having these issues in my collection. So good stuff there. And then I have issue 136, which that should have been beforehand. So I have that in there too. I love this cover, you know, how Cyclops is holding Jean there, and everyone's just can't believe it. You know, look at Wolverine. He's like holding his face. He can't believe it as well. So yeah, definitely have that book in the collection. That's a good one to have. All these are really good to have. Some of them I forget, though. I've even owned them. Here's another one. Uncanny X-Men, issue 139. Welcome to the X-Men, Kitty Pryde. Hope you survived the experience. So that's cool. We got Kitty Pryde in the X-Men. It's a key issue they have for the X-Men. You know, her role in the X-Men, you know, it's so prominent these days. And then next we have issue 140 of the series as well, as you get to see heroes doing battle against the Wendigo. So we got that. And then we have issue 100. Whoops. Wound up dropping that. Sorry. That's not good. Issue 144 of the series as well. So we have that. So these are some of the ones. He's got Man-Thing is like on fire there. And then we have issue 148 of the series. And you got Dazzler and Spider-Woman on there, so that's kind of neat too. So that's cool. And then we have issue 149. There's two. And we have this messed up book too. Is that cigarette burn on there? I don't know what that is. Like someone punched it or something. This is issue 152 of that series. That's hilarious. Then we have the Starjammers, issue 156. All right, so let's take a break here and move these books off to the side. All right, guys, sorry if I cut out there for a second. It seems to happen on the app when you do a live stream quite often. All right, so next on our list, we have the Uncanny X-Men issue 158. Flip the camera. There we go. All right. Actually have issue 159 of the series. It's not in great shape either there. Issue 163. I like this because you get the Brood on there. That's kind of cool. I actually really like that cover. And the girl, I'm not sure who that is there. It's all scratched up and everything, so the detail that went into that is kind of cool. Oh, and then you have issue 164. This came out in the True Believers book just recently, too. It says, "What are you around? What year did these come from? Anywhere from like the 80s." And then we have JC that says, "Bring back memories. I have this whole run. Now I want to dig them out." Also, yeah, when you don't see books in a long time, it's kind of cool to see them. That's why I decided to do this series, because I want to remember what I actually have bought. You know, because there's a lot of times where we buy these books, right? And we totally forget what we have, and they just go away in storage. And then, you know, and you buy them for so many reasons. One, to read them. Two, to collect them. Three, for maybe the covers and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of these books are from like the 80s. So these earlier X-Men books are from like the 70s. So, but these ones I think are like the 80s, if I remember correctly. Here's one here, like this one, for instance. This is 168. So this was made in 1983. So where we have Kitty Pryde on there. That's a pretty cool cover. And then we have issue 169. So if you get to see Angel on there with the huge extended wings, I think that's really cool. It says the angel has fallen. And then we have issue 171 too, as well. Again, I think I've bought in most of these at the comic shop that I currently go to right now, because they had like a whole run of them at one point. This one is not in good shape at all. It's got a really bad spine roll on it. This one is issue 172. So you can see like someone was smoking while reading it or something. I don't know what was going on there. And then you have issue 174 of this. Okay. So we have that one. Not my favorite cover in the world. And then we have issue 175. That's pretty cool because it's got like all the X-Men on there. So that's neat. And then we have X-Men issue 180. 60 cents back in the day, huh? Man, oh man. Here's issue 182. I remember this. Like, man, these covers are not that great. But you collect them to obviously get the run, right? Am I right? Here's a cool cover here. This is issue 184. And then we have, not my favorite cover, Life, Death, a Love Story. This is issue 186. And then we have issue 192. Look at all that, dude. Look at that. It's crazy. And then we have, I don't even remember this one. What is this? This ties into Secret Wars 2. This is issue 196. Not my favorite cover here, but it's got Doctor Doom on it. Some of the X-Men are dead. Some of the other X-Men are fighting. So that's issue 197. And then here we have issue 198 with Life, Death 2. So it's got Storm on there. And then we have issue 199. So Born Again. Oh, I have two of these. Look at that. Which one's in better shape? That one. Look at the color difference. So that's cool. So that one's in better shape, I think, color-wise. And then we get to the double-sized issue 200. So we have that going on there, too. Again, guys, thanks for watching and checking out the Uncanny X-Men collection this time around in box number 2. This is issue 201 of that series. Look at this, issue 204. Not my favorite covers here. I'm curious to see when we get to the Jim Lee covers, right? This is issue 205. That's a neat cover, though. I like that one. It's Wolverine, I guess, being experimented on or whatever it is. Then we have issue 206. And then we have issue 209. This is a cool. I always like these ones with the Marvel characters around the character, the main character that's in the book. So the Uncanny X-Men, this is issue 211. Yep. This is another cool book right here. Wolverine vs. Sabretooth. That's issue 212. That's a cool book to have too. All right, so we got those. So I'll take that stack down. Move on to the next stack. Thanks, guys, for watching. I have 8 viewers right now. That's pretty good, in my opinion, for the middle of the day. Uncanny X-Men, issue 213. All right, Sabretooth doing battle against Wolverine. That's a cool one. Here's a nice looking cover right here. That is really awesome. Right here. Bam. That's cool. So that's issue 214. Then you have issue 215. Introducing Stonewall, Super Saber, and Crimson Commando. All doing battle against Storm. Aha, and then we have issue 219. Welcome to the X-Men, Havoc. So we got that one. Probably a cover you guys might recognize. It's a pretty popular one. Issue 221. Havoc doing battle against Wolverine. Look how his claws are like red. Here's a good one, guys. Issue 222. Wolverine doing more battle against Sabretooth. And then we have issues 223. And then we have issue 224. That's kind of cool. This is a nice looking cover. Issue 225. It's the Fall of the Mutants. Now look up there from when I showed you in that very first issue, right? He's like 50 times the size there. Cool cover. The Fall of the Mutants story was a pretty good storyline. I actually have that in trade. We have this one from issue 226 and 27. Now, issues 226 and 227 are both comic books from my very original collection that I had when I was a kid. The first stack of comics that was ever given to me. So those are the first 2 X-Men books I think I ever owned, not knowing anything about the X-Men at that time. All right. And that was back in 1987. Yeah. All right. So this is issue 228. We have issue 230. This is a cool cover. I love this one. 232. The Brood is back. Look at that. Look at that, man. That is such a nice cover. The detail that goes into that. So good. Here's the next one. Wolverine. Issue 234. Look at that one. So good. It's awesome. Inferno. Remember the Inferno event? Issue 243. Sinister Triumphant. Here's a key to have in your Uncanny X-Men collection. This is issue 244 of the series. So that's a good one there. Issue 247. Issue 249. It's now on sale twice a month. That's when Marvel started releasing books twice a month. They did that with X-Men and they did that with Spider-Man. Issue 250. Kind of crazy cover there. Polaris no more as she's getting her mind sucked away from her. Issue 251. That's a cool cover too. Issue 252. Again, still on sale twice a month. Issue 258. It's a pretty cool Wolverine cover. I don't get why Wolverine's got to be like practically naked though. Issue 60. I love you to death, Dazzler. I should show my friend comic Uno this actual this cover because she loves Dazzler, and it's just like this reminds me how she is towards him or her. Sorry, that's hilarious. All right, issue 261. You got Jubilee, who's just basically, I don't know, dead, but she's not dead. We all know that. So that's issue 261. And you have 262. You got Forge on this cover, so that's kind of cool. Who's in the background there? I don't know. All right, so we have that. 263. The Agony of Forge. He's like freaking out. We have 264. That's kind of cool cover too. I like that one. Here's a key to have. Issue 268. Jim Lee cover. Now, who bought this one? That was just released. I'm going to take this one out real quick. But who bought that book that was 3D that just was released from Marvel? I did. It was a 3D book, and it was absolutely horrible. You freaking put those glasses on you, and I tell you what, you could not see that book in 3D. It was horrible. It made my eyes hurt. It was ridiculous. So at least I have the original copy too, but that book was nonsense. All right. Next, 275 of this series. It's another Jim Lee cover. So this is good to see some of that Jim Lee stuff, right? So issue 280. This is the Muir Island saga, right? Back in 1991. Now, here's when X-Men just was freaking flying out off of the shelves, right? Couldn't keep an X-Men book in stock for life depended on it. One of the most sold books ever in comic book history. The Uncanny X-Men, issue 281, right? This book was so popular back in the day. So you have that. You got the new team is born because you had the Uncanny X-Men and then you had X-Men. And they were two separate teams, right? Jean led one team. I think Storm led the other team. So we have that one. Then I have a one that was actually signed. Same thing, 281 by Willis Portosino. If that's how you say his name? So it's actually signed by him. He actually got his picture with it as well. So that's kind of cool. I've always had that one. So I got 2 copies of that. Then you get the first appearance of Bishop, issue 282. Now, these books were all I got when I was a kid at the comic book store. That baseball card store that I told you guys about that had comics in stock. Yep, that's where I got these. And I remember Bishop. I'm like, who's this guy Bishop? And these guys with these big guns. And I remember I bought it because, again, the artwork on the cover, it looked absolutely awesome. All right. And then you had Bishop's Crossing. This is issue 283. And we have issue 284 of that. What's Beyond the Void? Doesn't it look like the Predator? Like, look at that there. That looks kind of cool. Also, the Mutant Bishop makes his move. All right. So they're overutilizing Bishop in this one. This is issue 285. All right, next, issue 286 of Uncanny X-Men. 287 of that series. This cover always freaked me out. I'm like, what's going on, man, with Bishop here? Issue 288. And we have that one. This is always a nice cover. I like this one. Issue 289. And then 291. All got these. I bought these when I was a kid. These original 90s ones. So this is 292. And then who remembers the Executioner song, right? There was that. It comes with a card. I don't even know what card is inside of it. But we have that one. And they made a ton of those books. This is Executioner Song Part 5. Right? And then we have issue 299. So we got that one. And this is when I think like X-Men, I don't know. It was still cool to like X-Men, you still like them, but it started getting gimmicky. Here's your hologram card, right? Ooh, that comes up good on the camera. Look at that. So you get to see that. So you get to see Magneto on there. So that's issue 304. Oh, so now we got some annuals here. Okay. This one's in shit shape too. Giant Size X-Men. This is issue 2 of Giant Size X-Men, but you can see it. Like, look at it. It's just in the worst shape possible. Right? I mean, in the worst shape possible. Look at that. All kinds of page folds, tears, but it is together. The cover doesn't come off of it. So, hey, again, it's one of those books, Sometimes if you can get it, you get it for the collection. And if you can upgrade it, you can. That one was made in 1975. All right. Next, we have issue 6. That was made in 1982. So that's your king size annual. And then you have another annual. This is annual number 7. Annuals were $1 back then. Holy cow. Then you have 11. This is issue 11. Okay. Frank, that Wolverine Broad cover and that Kitty Pryde. I missed some of you guys' comments. I'm sorry if I did. For some reason, it wasn't coming through. And Vinny says, ooh, X-Men. Nice. Yes. This whole box is all X-Men stuff, guys. All right. Next is X-Men Annual issue 14, and I guess supposedly this is the first Gambit. Not the first full appearance, but I think the first time he makes a cameo in there too. So there's that one. And then you have Uncanny X-Men issue 309. So we have that. Then we have Uncanny X-Men issue 347. Again, the desperate times for Marvel Comics, where I think no one was really buying comics at this time, or they were shuffling. Issue 348 of the series. So let's go ahead and give you guys more space so you can see. We now have 349 right there. Appetites for Destruction. And they call him Maggot. Does he even exist in the Marvel Universe? Yeah, Vinny says I was out of comic books of running around at that time. Here's a cool cover for the 350th issue. This foil light cover with Gambit on there. So that's kind of cool. Then you have issue 351. At this time, I think I was collecting these comics. I wasn't reading them all. I was a little bit older at that time, and I was busy doing other things. You know what I mean? So, Turbulence, issue 352. That's Turbulence story. Yep. This is cool cover. This is issue 378. That's pretty neat. Look at the facial expression on Beast there. From the Ashes, issue 379. I don't know what's going on here. This book is all messed up. I don't know what happened. And then we have issue 380. And issue 382 with X-Men. Let's see, now we have issue 383 on the series. Giant Size Spectacular. And this is the comic that inspired X-Men the movie. This is issue 384. Okay. 385. So remember when I showed in box 1, I had the subscription. Yeah, so I got the subscription for X-Men as well. Nope, back again, guys. Sorry. Again, the app likes to cut out every time on the live stream, so sorry about that. Uncanny X-Men issue 386. Never opened. All right, what's next here? Issue 387. Never opened. So I just was collecting them at the time and not reading them. Issue 388. Never opened. Cool cover though there. Are these worth anything, Mike? I don't think these X-Men issues are worth a dime. Issue 389. I don't think anything significant happened in these ones. Only in the very first ones that I showed you at the beginning of the video, because I have books from X-Men from the 1970s here. All right, issues 390. And then we have issue 391. Again, never opened. Let's see what else we got here that's never opened. Yep, issue 392. Never read, not once. Issue 393. This is probably one of my favorite covers. This one is opened. This is Uncanny X-Men. Where's the cover? Where's the number of it? I can't find the number. I can't see it. Whatever it is. Oh, 394. It's right there, right in front of me, from 2001. But I love that cover. It's a gorgeous cover. Really good cover there. It's like Wolverine's dream, right? Then we have this one. Issue 395 from 2001. Poptopia. That's the name of this one. All right. Comics were 225 right here for Marvel Comics right there. And then we have an Uncanny X-Men annual from 1997. Uncanny X-Men issue 473. Now, obviously, these are much more recent. And then we have the Uncanny X-Men, the final issue of that series, of the original Uncanny X-Men run. 544. So that's that final issue of the original volume. And then let's see, what else are we pulling out here? I got 513 of Utopia. And then I have a new X-Men with Laura on it. So that's pretty cool, because obviously she's a fairly new character at this time. It's a variant edition, so really popular cover to have. And that is it. So that is box number 2. It had all legitimately X-Men books in there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys taking the time and watching the second box. What the third box will be in store, I have no idea. I just pick a box here, and whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. I have an idea, but sometimes they're mixed and, and whatnot. But I have a lot of fun. This is going through this entire collection. So hopefully you guys liked this video. Hopefully you liked me sharing my X-Men collection. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And until that next comic book review, This is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.